Back to Carlos Munoz. First two races of the season, he finished 14th when contact took him out. He was involved in an incident on lap number 1 at Toronto that relegated him to 10th place. Since that time, a 5th at Long Beach, a 2nd at Indianapolis, a 2nd at Belle Isle, a 5th at Milwaukee, 7th at Iowa, 1st place at Edmonton, and finished on the podium in the top 3 at Trois-Rivières. So let's face it, Jake, had the season gotten off to a little bit better start, and he could have gotten into a top 5 scenario, who knows, he could be battling out for a championship. Let's go to pit road and Nick Yeoman.
Yeah, one of the drivers out of his car a little bit early here. Actually, we've seen a lot of cars come down pit lane to practice early is Oliver Webb. Boy, the track conditions, I know it's physically demanding and tough as it is. How much did the rain change to that?
Yeah, I mean, I managed to do kind of a lap in the rain on my slicks. We're running pretty good in the dry, and went for another lap, and unfortunately it's a bit of a red flag. But yeah, like you said, it's a physical circuit, really bumpy. It's challenging here in Baltimore, and when the rain comes down unexpectedly, we didn't even have wets up here because we just showed no rain in our weather system. So it sucks a little bit that we can't get back out and practice on wets, because obviously we're qualifying in only kind of a couple of hours at 11 o'clock. So we're gonna have to really push. If it's still wet, we'll have to see how good the heat and humidity here in Baltimore is to drive the wet.
Explain to us exactly, obviously they put in the chicane overnight, the permanent one, at least for this weekend. What has Tony Cotman and the Firestone Indy Lights officials told you guys about maneuvering through that chicane?
So we have our main drivers briefing tomorrow morning before the race, which will obviously they'll tell us. Normally, kind of last year through this chicane, we just went either side to start the race, so we can be as single file, as side by side on the restart as possible to make it exciting for the crowd and fair for us. And at the moment, it'll just be normal rules apply. I think if you kind of miss a chicane, it'll be the same as if you missed kind of at any other track. You'll be docked in terms of seconds or a lap or something like that. So you really kind of get away with it here. Although it looks like you can just kind of fly past it if you wanted to, you can't really get away with it here with the cameras and the columns on it. And they did a good job with the chicane, considering it's overnight. It's even better than last year's, and it needs to be there. We can't be hitting that at 110 mile an hour because we're flying. And one of the guys yesterday broke one of his radiator pipes, Adley Fong, a good friend of mine, and actually all the hot water went on him and burned himself. So like that railway track is dangerous. It can really hit you hard. So it's all good now, and we're having fun.
Good luck in qualifying later today.
Thanks very much.
That is Oliver Webb, an impressive young driver. Obviously, Mark, the safety of the drivers has been a concern all week, and that's why they have the chicane in there. And ultimately, Tony Cotman and the Firestone Indy Lights officials, they want to make sure that those drivers drive through that chicane properly, and that's why we've seen a few penalties in this practice session. As you said, it may just be a slap on the wrist as far as losing lap times, but it is trying to get those drivers in the habit of attacking that chicane in a safe manner.
Tony Cotman, Nick, thanks so much.